I have always been fascinated with watch reviews. It amazes me how they can manage to tell so much information than just its purpose, which is to tell time. And now, here I am making one. Disclaimer, I'm no watch expert, and I'm sure most of you watching this know way better than I do. So join me in this newfound hobby of mine. Let's get right into it. I have here the Seiko SPB153, aka Captain Willard reissue. What makes a watch interesting is the story behind every timepiece. So here's a brief history. The original 6105-8110 Captain Willard started it all. It was launched way back in 1970. It is one of the most sought after vintage Seiko divers, and for good reason. With the unique silhouette to the exaggerated crown guard, it's a watch like no other. It also ended up in the wrist of Hollywood actor Martin Sheen, who played the fictional character Captain Willard in the cult classic Apocalypse Now, thus the alias. Although Seiko never officially acknowledged the connection, the more appropriate event worth mentioning instead was the legendary North Pole expedition by Naomi Yumura on May 1, 1978. He wore the 6105 while becoming the first person to reach the North Pole solo. This inspired a number of reissues from Seiko Prospex 1970 divers lineup. In 2019, they released the Seiko Prospex SLA-033, which was a limited edition. As a result, it's on the higher end of the spectrum with a retail price of $4,250 USD. Last year was a different story. The 2020 modern reinterpretation of this shared the same design elements at a more affordable price point. So if you're a fan of this lineup, then you're in for a treat. Seiko introduced the SPB151 and SPB153, which I have right here. This was literally love at first sight. As I walked by Tokyo Store PH at BGC, this was the watch on display. I couldn't help myself but turn and take a closer look. As they say, the rest is history. I'm a big fan of the turtle and still am, don't get me wrong, and I know they shouldn't be compared to one another since they are on different categories. However, after owning both, can't help but have them side by side. This is just way better in every aspect as it should be. From the dimensions, materials, and finishing. Stainless steel case with a combination of polished and brushed finishing all around. Sapphire crystal, coin bezel which I prefer over the teeth-like bezel. Then, just look at that olive green dial against the awesome traffic light seconds hand sweeping. Silicone rubber strap which is very comfortable. I just prefer the smaller profile, cleaner look, and refined details. I'm also biased when it comes to everything vintage. It's just timeless, a classic for a reason. My one and only gripe is the strap keeper. It tends to slip once in a while. Other than that, I couldn't be happier. Now for the most important part of the watch, the movement. This is a well-oiled tool with the caliber 6R35 having an accuracy of -15 plus 25 seconds per day. It has also a whopping 70-hour power reserve that's 20 plus more than the 6R15. Definitely an upgrade. Lastly, I was able to buy this with a price tag of 44,920 Philippine peso. A great mid-tier option. In conclusion, I would say this is the ultimate watch I was looking for. It's a combination of all my personal preferences. Vintage styling with modern technology. The perfect combo. Thanks guys. See you around.